Hello and welcome to the 9th edition of the Humpday Bogart Special, and today I'm talking about, kindness and loyalty and standing up for the underdog. That was quite one of those kind of main things about Bogie. He was a genuine person and a gentleman, and he was extremely kind. I've just been thinking about it a lot recently, or in the last couple of days, about loyalty and kindness and, generally trying not to hurt anybody. But Bogie always comes to me in those moments. I always think about things he's done and how I should approach something, thinking how would he approach it. But the thing that describes him well is at his funeral, John Huston did a eulogy. He actually had to do his early because Spencer Tracy was too upset to do his. So John Huston stood up and did his, and he said Bogie was like I think it might be slightly wrong, I'll paraphrase it. He was like a trout in a carp pond. He kept them all the right size. In the same way, he's basically in Hollywood, he kept people from getting too big for their own boots. He was always a straight talker and told them the truth and cut them back down to size, but he was never below the belt. He just told people when they needed to be told, especially if he needed to stick up for somebody. And like it reminds me of, I think it's when they were doing Key Largo, Edward G. Robinson, because Bogie was the biggest star. They'd refused to, anyone wouldn't start anything, even if it was Edward's scene, until Bogie came on set. And Bogie was like, it's ridiculous, especially because actually Bogie had supported Edward in so many films. About, was it 4 other films? And he was the supporting actor to him. He was bigger than him before, and so he made a point by every morning he would go to Ed's dressing room, pick him up and walk with him to the set, and make sure they started when he arrived, not when Bogie arrived. Just to make a point, because he was in other films, Bullets or Ballots, Brother Orchid, Kid Galahad, and The Amazing Dr. Clitterhouse, which I haven't seen any of those yet, but apparently for the last one, it wasn't Bogie's favourite film, but he used to like calling it The Amazing Dr. Clitterhouse. Yes. Makes me laugh, and all my friends are going, oh my god, I can't believe Sophie said that. I get very British, and I can't say those things, but Bogie cracks me up, and that's hilarious, and now I can't read that title in any other way, and you're not going to be able to either. Absolute legend. But another sweet thing is Ed had got a new car one time, and he was showing Bogie and Bacall, and Bogie hadn't realised that some of his cigarette had dropped on and burnt some of I think it was the leather seat or something. And he's actually used to be worried about things a lot, and apparently he was worried about it for weeks until he got the courage and kind of went and apologised, and Edward was like, oh, I hadn't even noticed. It doesn't matter. Not a big deal. Hardly see it. And then Bog's, oh, whoops. But that's a fun fact about that. There's quite loads of instances of him being kind. Like with Jean Turney on The Left Hand of God. She had a lot of problems, especially after having her daughter, and she had quite a bad relationship before that. I think her daughter was born badly disabled because of something, and then she had a really bad divorce, and so that by the time she got to The Left Hand of God, she was in a really bad place and struggling, and basically Bogie tried to help her through filming because she struggled to remember lines. He helped her on and off screen. Off screen, he counselled her privately to basically seek help, because he had obviously experienced that with his sister, who he had been caring for on and off for a long time. So he tried to help her. Sadly, she did get help, but it was the wrong kind of help, and she got electric shock treatment, and it definitely did not help her. She eventually became better in the 60s, but still, it's quite sad. It's a good film too. Bogie pretending to be a priest. And then there's what Sammy Davis Jr. said about Bogie. He said, I've got my phone. Bogart could have been colourblind. He got to know a man before he decided if he liked him or not. A very nice little picture. And that's very true. Because he also helped out Lena Horne when she moved to Hollywood. Nobody around there seemed to want to have a black person move into their round there, and they started trying to pass around a petition to get her to move out. And when Bogie found out, he raised hell, according to Lena, and about the petition, and then told her to let her know if anyone bothers her, and he helped her. He was just a wonderful person. I feel like the world today, I need a Bogie, especially with everything. The line from Casablanca always comes to me when it feels like the world's tumbling around us. I think you need a Bogie character. I think that's why he appeals to me. The romantic or idealist in me. There's always that person who's going to come out good in the end and fix things. I get comfort from watching his films and finding out of him as a person. And I hope, if I get anywhere in life, even if I don't, I hope I can be like that. And I try to be, even now. Maybe in a few years, hopefully I'll have more confidence with these things. I think it also helped that he was older. Apparently you get a lot more confident and care a lot less as you get older about what people think. I mean, I don't really. But being able to turn around and tell someone exactly what you think, I think you need more of that. And I hope to be like that one day and maybe inspire other people the same way Bogie does. However many decades it's been. In the same way Lauren Bacall was as well. I think she needs much more mention. I might talk about her again at some point. Yeah, it was a bit of a short one today. Just in a contemplative mood. And I need to try and find some more Bogie films to watch because I haven't watched a lot recently. And that's my dog barking. I hope you all had a good week. I'll leave you contemplating life in general. Sun's come out, so enjoy that too. And tracks coming along nicely. I got some drums back from the very lovely Emily Dolan Davies on 2 of the tracks, which are sounding great. And the animator is working hard at the music video, which is going to be awesome. So yeah, I will see you around. Stay safe, be kind, be wonderful, and I will turn off this computer properly this time.